Now it seems like this is your very own Sabbath speaking here at the Tikkun Elevator Kolo. The ancient Limud, the Zohar. The Zohar was actually published in the northern part of Italy, I think. But the wisdom that's contained here runs very, very deep. So anyway, we'll take this Zohar here. I'm attracted to the beginnings like this. It says, Rabbi Yosi Rabbi Chiya haba azli ba'archa. Rabbi Yosef and Rabbi Chiya hoya holchem b'derech. They were traveling on their way. Adahava azlim ramaj leilya. As they were walking along, holchem hechshech alayla. The night began to turn dark. Yasfu, so they sat down. Yashvu makom shomer. They found themselves a safe place to sit. V'haska b'torah kol alayla, and they learned Torah all night long. Kilo ratzu l'lechet b'layla, because they didn't want to travel in the dark. They didn't want to travel at nighttime. Let me see if I can bring this down a little bit more. So Adahava Yasbin, as they were sitting, Shriish Savla Nahra. His Va'od Shahoya Yoshvim, Hiskil Orcha Boker Lahoyer, the night, the light of the morning began to shine. Amr Kun Nahak. Amr Echad, so one said to the next, the Shani, Kum, Nelach, let's get up and let's go. Let me bring this back again. The Shani Kum V'Nelach. So they got up and they went on their way. They left their place. And they went back on their way again. He says, Rabbi Chiya, Rabbi Yosi. Rabbi Chiya said to Rabbi Yosi, Hame anfoy the Mizrach the Kol Menaharim. Ray, look. Ech Shepnei HaMizrach Me'irim, how it is that the face of the east is starting to shine. Hashta Kol Inan B'nei Bedincha Tuturi Nahora. Ata Kol Elu B'nei HaMizrach, all the people who live in the east, Hayoshvim Al HaHarim, that have their habitations on top of mountains, Hameiram K'Baha'aras HaShemesh, that are really shone on or illuminated by the lights of the sun. Terem say so before it actually appears. The sun is not up over the horizon, but this tremendous light, they can see it. They can have a real bird's eye view of it. Sagdim legabe hahu noora. The high noora. He said, Hey mishtachavim, they bow down. El ha'or hahu, to this light. This is their religion. The nahar ba'asa the shimsha ad lo yipok. Talking about what light? The light that starts to shine before it actually comes out. Hamaskil lahayr ba'ovel rakia. Now, this is interesting, in the thickness of the heavens. So he's telling you something about what it looks like. It fills up all the heavens in depth. Terim says gufa shemesh, and this is a light that is coming out. It's like bursting out before the sun comes out. Lahoyer ha'olam, in order to actually illuminate the whole world. They bow down to it. Or so that light, that is the beginning light, the light before the sun. They bow down. They serve that light. They think that light contains. This is my thinking. The energy of the universe that they would like to be able to harness for their own purposes, to have a better life, to make parnasa, for whatever. The hog kaven the nafik shimsha kama inan the palkin the shimsha v'ki kaven shah Hashem is yotze. Yeshlan harbe umbus ha'ovdim nashemish. So then you're going to see there's a lot of nations down in the lower land that are going to serve the sun. The sun came up and here it is. Avo inan, but these ones, inan to call palkin the nahorido, they're not bowing down to the sun. They're bowing to what they perceive as an energy that is propelling the sun to come up. Elu heim ha'ovdim la'or hazeh, they are the ones that are serving this light. Hameir od b'terem seisa shemesh, which that light is the beginning, a light that is seen. It's like an inferno, looks like it's bubbling up, I think, in my mind. Hashemesh v'kara l'hai nahari aloha the margal the nahir. Here's a phrase, they have a name for this light. V'korim l'or hazeh aloka, the God ha'ose as a margilus, her magalios, ha'meiros, it's the force. V'korim l'or hazeh, the God that makes red pearls. Margolios, ha'meiros, shining pearls, my mistake, shining pearls. V'humad l'hom be'elo, the margol the nahir. V'gam Gam hashavua shalachem he ba'alocha shal hamargolios hameirim. Now this part I don't know. So it means the shavua shalachem, it means what their oath is to this God of the margolios ha-meiros, the shining pearls. Now they call this the shining pearls. That's what they called it. Those people to the east that were on the top of the mountains, they looked to see the beginnings, because they feel that the ultimate push, the force that causes the sun to come up, is contained in these shining pearls. So if you say, well, it's worthless what they're doing, that they didn't have some kind of a chachma behind it that we're trying to get to. That's why I guess I'm talking ahead a little bit. He says, what? Miyomim hatikim, from ancient days. Harishonim, in the beginning, ancient days, hoya yodim bo chachma, there was a chachma in this. V'hainu ki bezimna the shimsha nahir ad lo yipok. Bizman shahashemesh meir, where you see the light of the sun shining. Adain ba'oveh harakia, while it's still in the midst of the rakia. I think it means Adain ba'oveh harakia, it's reaching all the way up through the heavens. You could see its rays going out. Terem sheyatza gufa shemesh, it has to be before the sun came out, the avir ha'olam, into the earth, to the atmosphere of the world. Oz haku malmad of the paked al shimsha oz hamalach. So now we understand that malach, hamamuna, the appointed malach, which means all of the channel and all the things that are required in order to cause this energy to appear. Shehu paked al shemesh makdim, that says that he says there's a malach here, that before the sun comes out, this malach comes out first. Let us read again. Oza malach hamamuna shu. The mamuna means the appointed malach, which is the energy that actually causes it to go up. Paked al hashemesh, which is appointed to the sun. Mekedim that says, makdim that says, it comes out first. He said, "V'chasvon kedishin d'shema yilo kedishin b'shimen al reshe." Now this malach he has va'osios kedushos. They were holy letters. Shel Shema Elyon, the upper name, HaKodesh Hu Hashem Mab. Now the Shem Mab has three different forms. Sometimes they say there's a fourth one. It's the same as the second one. It's the Ana B'Koach. It's the three yads. It could be the three yads: Yad Chazaka, Yad Rama, Yad, I forget the third one. Or it is the concept of the number 21, Ekya, are the first three letters of, which is Gematria 21, are the first three letters of Yaakov. Yud Kei Vav. Yud Kei Vav is also 21. 21 and 21 makes 42. These are the agents of upward movement. They're the catalyst, or this is what we understand, is that the Mab Osios are in fact the power of going up. So here's what they're looking at. They're trying to get to the Mab Osios. Pull the Gevuros, but they work through Gevura. It's a constriction. Rishumos al Rosha, which is these Gevuros, are these Mab letters, are on the head, on the forehead of this Malach. Uvechela Inun Asvan Pasuk L'Kol Kavisham Sheshamayim. Now this is deep, a little bit deep. He says of a Koach Eloh Os is now the name of the Shem Mab. It's a Shem Mab, which is probably the name Anabakoach, because that's Anabakoach is in the Olam Yetzira, and you're talking about Olam Asiyah, so it has to come up that way. The Shem Mab Poseach is called Choloni Hashemayim. It opens up all of the windows of heaven. Ubatash Bahu. Let's see, this is Ubatash Bahu. Va'avars, and it strikes it, and it continues on. Umaka Bechem, Uposchim Va'over Darchum, and they open up Va'over Darchum, and it passes through that way. Hahu Mamana A'ol Go Haku Zohar D'Nachav Sacharona D'Shemsha. Bezecha Mamuna. Now this Mamuna, that is the. He's saying that there is a rosh, let's say, so to speak, of this energy. So why not? Everything else has a rosh toch self, that this has a rosh. So he says the rosh of this enemy, Vizecha Mamuna, is called a Mamuna. In other words, it's like the brains of the operation. All of the energy that's within it has like a spotlight on top of it, shoots up ahead. That's this Mamuna. Niknas means like he goes in, Umislavish toch osa hazoer, and he clothes himself inside of the rays. Hameir sevivas hashemesh, which are shining, surrounding the sun. The sun is just not a ball. There's all kinds of rays coming out of it. He says, "V'tamen shkiach adenafik shimshav is pashet ba'alma v'sham hu nimsa." That's where you can find him. Ad shechashemes yosha, before the time, that is, it's you can find him there in the rays. You say what? This Mamuna in the rays before the sun actually appears. V'oram is pashet ba'olam, and its light would spread in the world. V'oz hu mistalik misham, and then he leaves that place. V'ahu mamana. What about this rosh of energy? Ihu bekida al dahava v'al marvel in the sumakon. So he said, "V'zeh hamamuna hu pakid al hazacha v'al hamargolios ha'adumos," and also on the red pearls. I'm not sure about pearls that I really know, but that's what he said. Shehem etzad ha'gevura. See, why did he say red pearls? Because gevura is the maker of things. It needs energy. It has energy. It's one-sided energy to make things. It's like a clamp, electric clamp, and it keeps clamping and keeps clamping and keeps clamping. So he says that's a gevura. Kamasha kasev mitzifon zohav ya'asa, from the north, which is a concept of gevura he's about to say. Zohav ya'asa, that's where the gold comes. But Tzifon hitzah the gevura. V'inan plochim ahahu diyuk the tamil. So those people who live on the mountains in the east, ovdim l'tzurahu, so this form, this image, they serve that image. Shel hamamuna, of that mamuna which we said is clothed. They're saying that in this mamuna, whatever that could mean, it's just a little hard to conceive of it, but it is the ultimate energy that causes all of it to come out, is hidden inside of the rays of the sun. And that is what they are looking for. That's clothed inside of this light, the ZOHAR shesaviv the shemesh, and that radiance that's coming out of the sun. Uvenikudim v'simonim deyartu mekadmoi miyoma da'atika. Uvenikudas v'simonim, and so with the dots, the different vocalizations, the different signs, sheyarshohu min rishonim, that he inherited from people who came before them, miyomim rishonim, from way back when. Azle v'yadoi nekuda d'shimsha, they went and they understood that what he means, the dot of the summit, the sun, the The Mishkach Asran the Dehava Umargolim. So this is a new idea. He says, Holchim. So the people that do this, that look for this power has something to do with these pearls he's talking about. So he says, because the pearls are very valuable. Holkim v'yodim as the KiTisah Shemesh, they know the points of the sun. Limso hamakomos, therefore to be able to find the places shesham gedalim azahav, where gold could be found. He says gedalim, that gold grows, and also pearls. What this means, I'm not sure. That last part. This is your very own Sabbath speaking to you at the Tikkun elevator Kollel.